Hey, what's good? What's good? This is Ali Hoodstar 365, and this is Respect the Game, the podcast. Well, you know what? We're going to change that up. This is Respect the Game, the show. This is the show, Respect the Game. You know, while giving you my life experiences and knowledge, the things that I've been through personally, and then what's going on now in my world and society, then I give my intellect or my interpretation and so forth for what it is. All right? So, welcome to the show. Hey, yo. So, today's discussion and topic, earlier this morning, we was talking about being grateful and being humble and giving thanks. Like, every morning when I wake up, first thing in the morning when I wake up and I sit up and I open my eyes and I can see and I'm breathing, I always say, Bismillah. You know, thank you, God. Thank you, alhamdulillah. All praises due for waking me up another day. Then I walk by my daughter's room and I see her. She's already up. So hey, good morning, my love. And then I go to the kitchen. Then my son, he's upstairs, so I don't go up there. My knees hurt. So I send her to go get him for breakfast. But it's all, it's a blessing. Did I have water in a bottle? This is a luxury. We take this for granted. Even a bottle of water. When I was a kid, there was no bottles of water. We had to drink whatever the water that was coming out the sink or the garden hose. Like at my mom's house, I couldn't drink the water that came out the sink. It was so nasty because it was well water. But for some reason, when you went outside to the garden hose, that water was so icy cold, and it was so good. I used to just drink right out the hose. And just, my mom used to always yell at me, "Yo, but what are you doing? Get the water from the house. Are you crazy?" But that water was so good coming from the garden hose that I used to drink that. So there's the simple things in life that we take for granted. And I'm like, man, I try to teach my kids everything. Because today's society, they're so spoiled where they have technology and they have so much information right on the palms of their hands. But you got to be careful that the information they're taking in. Because a lot of the information that's on the internet right now is a lot of propaganda, a lot of atheist literature and scientific. We're trying to override God's word and God's creation and God's being. There is no invention, there is no educational system, there is no type of structure or whatever you got going on that is more powerful and more knowledgeable than the knowledge of the Creator himself. When I say the Creator himself, I ain't talking about no human being. Like, people on this planet Earth believe that Jesus is God. Jesus is not the Creator. He was created. And God is not of a man form. It's in the Bible, if you read the Bible, and it's in the Quran. He said, I am not of you, and you are not of me. I created you from the dirt and the mud, humans, and then the angels, and he created the jinns, and he created the shaitan and all that. So you got to do is do your homework, don't let nobody influence you one way or the other. Like, when I was a kid, my mom provided the books in the home. She provided the Holy Bible and the Quran, and then she had a whole thing of encyclopedias, which now is Google, right? Because there was no smartphone back then. And she used to tell me all the time was, just read. As you get older and older, you start seeking knowledge and you learn and you read for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you who God is. Seek the information yourself. And that's how he give it to you, then that's how he give it to you. But all that man, a human being who went to the bathroom, who urinated, who defecated, who had sex, who had kids, why nobody talks about that? It's all hidden agenda. Did you know that the church was created 350 plus years after Jesus left Earth? Why? it was created where they had to vote on it. They had to vote on it, whether he was a messenger or a prophet, or was he a symbol of God. So they voted on it, and they won by 2 votes. Parliament voted, and they agreed that, we're going to say that he was the Son of God. We're going to create the cross and build the chapel to bring the people here, to control the people, and to monetize it, which where it stands today is one of the most wealthiest organizations on the planet. The Vatican. Yeah. So, I'm just giving you briefly so you can go seek the information and what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then those who say they don't believe in religion, they don't believe in God, that's fine. If you don't want to believe in religion and all that and culturalism, I understand. But let me tell you something. I can guarantee you that you can't hold your breath for 5 minutes. If you can hold your breath for 5 straight minutes without falling out, then you are God. Then you are who you say you are. It is what it is. Because there's no human being, I don't know, for the best of athlete in the world, not LeBron James, not Usain Bolt, not Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking about the top of the line athletes in the world can hold their breath for 5 minutes straight without breathing. And I guarantee you, they will pass out. So who give it life? Who gives life? You see what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful of that. You can't get caught up of worldly things, because like in the Quran, Allah says in the Quran. Can you stop? Allah says in the Quran that He already said what's going to happen. He said, I give man the aptitude to learn and seek knowledge to the point to where they'll develop things, mechanical beings that go into the orbits and explore, or to build the highest of buildings into the heavens. They'll be in competition. So who could build the highest building that'll sit up in the clouds or in the heavens? And here it is today. What's going on today around the world? The building structures are getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, taller and taller. They're in the clouds. Pretty soon, a plane gonna run right into it.
And it won't be an accident. Or then it could be an accident.
My son said that would be an accident. No kidding. That's gonna be stupidity.
Like a second 9/11.
What?
Just boom, plane.
Right. There's no reason to have a building that damn high, man. Just build another building next to it. Or another one. Like in China. China, they just build to be building because, they got big cities that they built with luxury buildings. And these entire cities are completely empty. Nobody lives in them. They are complete. And we have homeless people all around the world starving, sleeping outside with feces and bugs all in their eyeballs and coming out their stomachs and maggots and all kind of stuff happening to actual human beings. But they have whole cities. Look it up. It's on YouTube. You can't miss it. Just type in the search bar, abandoned cities. Beautiful townhomes, luxury townhomes, high rises, big commercial buildings. They built hotels. They built all this development. Entire cities. They're just empty. There's nobody there. So why not take the world's homeless population from third world countries who are underdeveloped, or who have, earthquakes with all their structures have collapsed, like in Puerto Rico. It is no way in hell that Puerto Rico should still be in the same state as it was when they first had their hurricane earthquake and the hurricane in the last 2 years. Do you know that there are still homes and buildings collapsed? There's broken concrete everywhere in Puerto Rico. People are living outside their homes in tents. We're talking about Puerto Rico is a Commonwealth of the United States. Of the United States of America, man. Where they're paying taxes. Or whatever the agreement is between Puerto Rico and the United States. I think they have a port agreement. Because, the ships come in and they stop at the Caribbean. So they're using all the ports in Puerto Rico. But with this administration right here, he's not doing anything for Puerto Rico. Any Puerto Rican in the United States that is voting for Donald Trump, you're an idiot. You've got to be a fucking straight up idiot because there's no way in hell that you support this man and he's not even helping our homeland at all. Then he gonna lie, and then Goya gonna join, and then the CEO Goya he's so fucking stupid, he fell right into the mousetrap. Pulled him right in. So we gotta pay attention to the signs of what's going on around the world. And you gotta teach your kids. Like today was a great lesson for me, that I have to teach my son and my daughter who God is, that there is a God. And be careful what they're watching on them phones. I'm going to start regulating their phones anyway. Because I'm way too lenient with them with the phones. Because I'm always working. My brain is always working. I'm always on my computer and on my phone working, blogging and all that. So it keeps them quiet. So it bothers me. And I be letting them go. But I'm not going to do that shit no more. Now I got a structure. Especially my son. What the hell he's watching on YouTube. Before he turns into a fucking straight communist. Atheist right underneath my roof. So you gotta pay attention what your kids are watching and what your kids are doing on a regular basis and what they're listening to and who they're watching. You have to regulate it. They're gonna get upset and all that, but so what? Let them get upset. I'd rather them get upset than to grow up and be an idiot and then go out there and do something terrible in the world. And then want to blame me and start writing me letters from prison talking about it's my fault because I didn't care. It was my fault. Now I got an attitude against you. I hate you. I don't like you anymore. I don't love you, Dad. You were a bad dad. You were a bad parent. You didn't care. All you cared about was being a hood star, being on the computer, and talking to people you don't even know, Dad. That. You see what I'm saying? Because it happened to me 20 years ago. Where if you don't get your mouth off the fucking table.
It wasn't on there.
Yo, but it happened to me 20 years ago, 25 years ago, where I was coaching. I had a community basketball league where we taught life skills to the kids. The kids' ages were from 8 years old to 19. We left it at 19, so at 17 when they graduated high school, or 18, they went to college. And between the college school year and the summer, they can come and play in the league. Because it was helping develop the kids, bring the level of play up. But doing that, I loved it. Basketball at the time was my passion. I did it every day, 7 days a week. And I neglected my oldest son. He was right underneath my roof. I mean, he played in the league and all that. But then eventually he quit. He didn't want to play no more, but going into his junior year. And he was talented too. He played football and he played basketball. But not even knowing, not even recognizing, not even realizing, you know what I'm saying? Here I am, thinking that I'm doing something good, volunteering in the community and being Community Joe. And here I am, I neglected my own son. And then what happened? Then my son went astray. I got locked up. Then my son went astray. And then he committed a terrible, act, a crime. And then as I'm coming home, he went in. I did 10. And then when I was coming home, he went in for 15. So he did 13 and a half years. He's home now. Alhamdulillah, all praises due that he's home and he's alive and he's well. right? But not this go around. That's why my son, he's 12. So I stay on him. He gets upset, but I don't care he gets upset. Because that would not happen ever again. Not over my dead body. Oh, no. Over my dead body it will happen again. So I'm going to give him the information and provide for him the structure and the text that I want him to read and study and become the man that I want him to become. I want my son to grow up to be nobody's idiot. Go wash nobody else's toilet bowls, clean other people's houses. None of that shit. You're going to believe in God, have a foundation, and then you're going to have skills, multiple skills. You know, like we have drones here, we got beat machine, we got recording studio, we got camera. We got a lot going on in this house. We got equipment to make merch, t-shirts, hats. See, I got it all. See? So we have the ability to develop and make things and to monetize it. Why? So the goal is so when they become of age, 18, 17, 18, 19, that they're working for themselves already and have a clientele and a fan base. And they don't have to depend on who the president of the United States is or who the governor is or none of that can apply to them because they're going to be entrepreneurs. They'll be well established and have money in their bank accounts already and have stocks. You know, and I'm teaching them about stocks, about everything. Whatever crosses my mind that I'm learning, I'm telling them about it and showing them about it. And then now you have to sit down and make them apply it. Like, what did I just say? See, my son is sitting right here in front of me, and he's doodling on paper, drawing, and not even paying attention to the information that I'm putting out. You see what I'm saying? So that's the distraction. If it ain't that, that's the devil himself. You know why? Because the devil and society wants him to grow up to be an idiot, to go out there and shoot somebody or get shot or sell somebody drugs or, get on welfare and shit like that. Like everything I just said, what I just said. What did I just say?
You said that you want me to go to be my
Prior to that.
You don't want us being atheists or communists, want us to believe in God, and you think no one's better than God. So you want me to be an entrepreneur so that way I don't got to worry about who the president or the governor is.
Okay, so when I just asked you that, why you say what?
Because I was about to ask about what, and that's when you said you don't even know what you're
No, we don't do that. When I say, what did I just say, you got to tell me what I just said within the last 30 seconds. You know how we've been doing how you been doing?
That does not make sense.
You see what I'm saying? So this is a daily challenge, man. So to all the parents out there, you got to stay on your kids, man. It doesn't matter that they get an attitude or get upset. Big deal. Big deal that they get upset. They'll be all right. Change their pamper, flush their bottles out, put fresh, clean, milk in there, Cinnamon-ack or whatever it is, and keep it moving on a daily basis, man. Don't give up on them. Don't let the shaitan win. The shaitan cannot win. The shaitan will not win. Not in this household. He's not welcome here. So this morning I woke up and I got a news flash, right across my screen. Russia is the first country in the world that has a vaccine to cure the coronavirus. So look at that. That in itself is like a big competition between the powers that be on who's going to come up with the vaccine first. Like, who cares? Just come up with a vaccine already. And look, but most importantly, stop creating viruses and putting it out to the public. What we need to do as a world, as the world, the people, the humans on this planet, we need to round up all those scientists and shut those labs down that's creating those geometric science bullshit that they're creating and messing with the DNA and the genetics that God created. Work on the diseases that develops through time in the human body because of the foods or the water. But don't create vaccines or different sicknesses because you want to experiment with your intelligence. Like the coronavirus, they created that as a test run to see if they can actually create a vaccine to control the people. But they didn't expect it to get out of control and go and become a pandemic. It was created in China and the United States. It was a scientist from China and a scientist from the United States in Nebraska laboratory, and they created the coronavirus. And then they took it over to China's laboratory. And then from there, they dispersed a little bit of it to see if they can control it in population in a secure area. But they didn't suspect that it was going to go worldwide. So by them picking China to run that test, that case study, was definitely a bad decision. Why? Because China is the commerce country of the world, where there's transactions every day, all day. There's like hundreds of thousands of planes that fly out of China every single day and back in China. People go in and out having business meetings, in and out, in and out. So that one person who had the vaccine got on the plane and went to Europe, took it. The other kid that went to the United States, took it. The other one that went to Canada, took it. Like that. All those planes that left China that could be going all around the world for commerce, for business, then that's how the virus traveled. They didn't expect it to be a pandemic. So then China tried to cover their tracks, saying that it didn't come from them. And the scientist and the doctor who said that it did, they killed him. They actually killed him. They killed him. They killed the doctor, and they killed the first doctor who recognized coronavirus in the emergency room, and he was warning the people on his social media. They murdered him. They killed him. Literally. And then the scientists who put it out there, the information, they killed him. It's like weird. So it's time for, the humans, regardless of race, creed, politics, wealth, none of that, as human beings, as God's creation, we gotta take control, and we gotta fucking regulate them scientists and regulate China's government. Why? I don't understand why the humans, first of all, why do humans want to control and rule over humans? Why can't we just live accordingly to how it was written for us to live amongst one another? You do you, and I do me. You believe in what you believe in, and I believe in. Just leave me alone. Just supply the stores that have food, water, and provide car dealerships that have vehicles, and then jobs, and we get up and we go to work or create a business, and just transaction amongst each other, and just, well, you know what it is? It's the devil among the ranks that does that. Because his job is to divert and distract every human being not to believe in God. Because that was his mission statement. When God kicked him out of heaven for not prostrating to Adam, when he created Adam, the first man, to descend upon earth, and he told everybody to prostrate to him, and Iblis refused, which is the devil. He said, why should I prostrate to him when you created me a fire? I'm more powerful than him. He said, really? You're going to be arrogant to me? I'm the one who created you. And he said, yup. And then he said, all right, well, I'm kicking you out of the paradise. I'm kicking you out of heaven. And I'm casting you down. But I'm going to place my mercy on you because I'm merciful. Until the day of judgment. And he said, all right, then whatever then. I'm out. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to do my best to distract and mislead anybody that crosses my path. I'm going to tell them that you don't exist and that you're not real. And I'm going to teach and distract them and have them running around naked and drinking and doing drugs and killing one another and being evil. And look what's happening today. Especially in this society, United States. Out of control. out of control. Go on TikTok and you tell me that's not out of control. It's worse than a video game. You know that game, that video game, what's it called? What was that video game called where the people be jumping in and out of cars, hijacking the cars and all that?
Grand
Theft Auto?
What is it?
Grand Theft
Grand Theft
Auto.
Auto?
Yeah,
GTA
Grand
5.
Theft. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. That's reality right now. That's going on.
It doesn't have to be like that. It's just a player choice. You can choose to be nice and like not go after pedestrians, but the pedestrians are rude. Walk past them like, watch it, a-hole.
I know.
You'd be like,
Well, that's society right now. That's what we're talking about.
it's getting this close.
That's what the Shaitan does. So now we got all our young women. Look at the new song that Cardi B and Megan Stallion just put out and the cover to it. Did you see that disgusting cover, first of all? And they want all the little girls to be strippers and whores and act like dots. And like to make it like it's cool, like it's commercial. And it's in the public eye. And it's not regulated and nothing. So you got to watch what your little girl's doing and what she's listening to and how she's behaving. I got a little girl, she's 9. And she better pray for the skin on her back. I never catch her doing no act like that. That's retarded. Then you got the little boys because all the rap music talks about pop a perk, drinking lean, go outside, triple beam, get a 9, spending time with my homies, looking for killer ops. Who the fuck is the ops? The ops is the Shaitan, the devil. That's the opposition. The opposition, the enemy are those who's trying to lead you astray. Not the kid that stand in front of you, look just like you, dress like you, walk like you, and talk like you, who live around the corner from you. That is not the opposition. That is not the ops. Who's in the same struggle as you, in the same hood as you, neighborhood as you. That is not the opposition. So what happened was the government, they created these facets where they use colors and attributes and territory and supply those communities with the propaganda and the promotions of violence through media, through social media, and through the music. So now those kids who grew up and now they're 12, 13, 14, 15, the ones who's running around now shooting everything, well, that's who's been programmed. And then they program them to where, promotion and marketing, right? Onto what to spend your money on. What should you buy? What to buy? To buy all their products. They're feeding us all the negativity, but still want us to buy all their products to continue to make them wealthy. In the meanwhile, our people are just walking, following blindly off the cliff and falling off the cliff into the grave sites, into the prison cells. Then the young women that are online doing all that sexual content, all nasty and all that, they're snatching them up. Sex trafficking and drugging them up and putting them in hotels rooms and selling their bodies for sex to grown-ass men. Then when they're done with them, 60 days, 90 days, or whatever, however long they got them, until their body break down, then they throw them out like dogs. You know how you fight dogs, pit bulls, dog fighting? The same concept. Then they throw them back out on the street all drugged up, or they kill them and sell their organs. That's the reality of society right now, as we stand at right now in 2020. So you got to be mindful of the information that you're giving your kids and the information that they're receiving. You got to pay attention. I'm on my son's ass all the time. What do you watch? In fact, go get your phone. What are you looking at? What are you doing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't erase nothing, don't touch nothing. Just bring it to me. You got 10 seconds, you got 5 seconds, bring it here. Grab it and come down. Hurry up.
What?
Watch it. Make sure he don't be deleting that. Come on. Hurry up. Fast. Don't touch nothing. Go watch what he's doing to his phone. Run. You taking too long.
Right here.
You taking too long. Give me it. I'm not laughing.
Walking.
I said run. I didn't say walk. I didn't say do none of
My
that.
calf hurts. Like right here. It hurts.
Good, I know. That's you gotta do it again today. What's your search history on this web?
History.
You deleted because there should be way more stuff
No,
in here.
I didn't do anything. I didn't delete nothing.
There it is.
I was reading my book.
But you know, I can go on my computer and look and pull your phone up and it'll show your whole history because the way it is right now, you can just go like that and then that'll take it away. See?
I'm not doing anything. I just get on my book.
You better not be.
I'm not.
See? So this is what you got to do. You got to monitor your child's cell phone. Why are you reading about hackers for?
That was a book. Remember you told me to read that book?
Did you figure out how to get $1 million to my bank account yet?
No.
Then you ain't applying yourself.
You could sell a book for $1 million. Somebody will buy it.
All right, well, write a book. Start writing. What are you waiting for?
You can, Daddy. You can just do.
You can write a book say being raised by my dad and just write about it.
No, Daddy. You can do something like this. You can write a book, right, about your life experience, and you can call it How to Survive Up to This Age Without Doing Something Dumb. Don't do something dumb. Call it that.
Go ahead,
Sell
start
it
writing.
for $100, and then the more people buy it, they're gonna be like, okay, that's a good.
That's
book.
a great idea.
To telling people.
So
this.
can you start writing it and then we're going to put it on audiobooks and sell it online?
I don't know anything about your life. Like, I don't know.
No,
what you
not
think
my
that-
life. I want you to write about your life. Your life experiences up to this point.
Right.
It's the life of a 12-year-old. That'd be a bestseller. Come on, sit down, start writing. I need you to write down everything you remember, all the good and all the bad. I'm gonna call it Life. Write it down. That's the title. Let's go. I'm dead serious. Life of a 12-year-old, and then you write Life of a 9-year-old. Little girl perspective. And then I'm gonna write a book about life of a single dad.
No, that's bad.
That's great. Why that's bad? Why are you talking so low? All right, guys. Well, look, I'm out. I gotta go get to work. I gotta get back. I gotta get in the studio and get on the. Okay. So till next time, I'm Ali Hoodstar 365, and this is the show. Respect the game. No holds barred, man. We ain't gonna be up here faking and smoking mirrors. None of that, man. I'll tell you straight up. All right. So with that, I'm out. Peace. Hey, yo, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment, and click the links in the description because you can get the merch. Merch is available. Get the snapbacks, get the t-shirts, and if you want a jogger or a sweatsuit, hit me in the inbox or follow me on IG at Hoodstar365 TV Radio. And on TikTok, it's Hoodstar365 TV. And I'm Ali, and I'm out.